Apple has released a new iPhone 16 Pro Max, which has a bigger 6.9-inch screen. Apple also has a new A18 Pro engine inside, stronger thermals for gaming, 20% increased sustained performance, according to Apple, the longest battery life ever on an iPhone, a new ultra-wide camera, 4K 120 video, a whole new camera control button, quicker MagSafe, and much more. There is a lot to be thrilled about, but how does the 16 Pro Max compare to its main opponent, the S24 Ultra? That Godzilla-King Kong clash seems to happen every year, but we're eager and on the edge of our seats for the sequel. The iPhone's design remains almost same, with the same rectangular form with gentle edges, flat sides with a bevel, and yes, a dynamic island pill-shaped cutout in the display, which houses the selfie camera and Face ID sensors. There is also a smaller bezel, and the screen measures 6.9 inches diagonally, somewhat bigger than the Galaxy S24 Ultra's 6.8-inch display. But it's not only the bezels that shift. The iPhone 16 Pro Max's dimensions alter somewhat, to 163mm by 77.6mm, compared to the Galaxy S24 Ultra with 162.3 by 79. So sure, the Galaxy is broader, which facilitates S Pen writing. Apple has also shifted its focus to tactile buttons. First, the Action button returns. It replaces the mute toggle on iPhone 15 Pro models and may be customized to do a variety of purposes. But you also have a fresh new button, the Camera Control. It's a physical key with a capacitive surface. As the name implies, it works with Apple's camera app, but believe it or not, it is also accessible to third-party camera applications. In many respects, this is similar to a standard camera's shutter key, but Apple adds a unique touch with a sensitive surface, which allows you to swipe to zoom in and out or operate other camera capabilities. Very nice. For the Pro models, Apple stays with more subdued colors. You have the following colors this year: white titanium, black titanium, natural titanium, also known as gray, and desert titanium. Samsung, being Samsung, is imitating those colors, so the Galaxy's hues are also subdued. Samsung may not employ any more physical buttons beyond the power and volume keys, but it does include a S Pen, which is buried at the bottom of the phone. Some people adore it, while others seldom use it, but it remains a distinguishing feature among high-end smartphones. Both devices include USB-C connectors on the bottom, which enable USB 3 speeds. Unlocking these two is a vastly different experience. The S24 Ultra has an ultrasonic fingerprint scanner beneath the screen, which is amazing, but it still needs you to interact with the device's screen. Face ID has been used in Apple's iPhones for years, and it will not change with the 16 Pro Max. So the iPhone 16 Pro Max has the biggest screen ever on an iPhone, measuring 6.9 inches. As with the 15 Pro series, you get the always-on option, which reduces the refresh rate to 1 Hz and keeps your wallpaper or custom image motionless over the full screen. The Galaxy S24 Ultra has Samsung's own AMOLED display, which also has a variable refresh rate that may dip as low as 1 Hz. It also includes Always On, which is a little more conservative since the Galaxy cannot perform all-screen wallpaper when the phone is sleeping. The main difference between these two is reflectivity. The Galaxy has a unique anti-reflective coating that eliminates the majority of reflections, making it much easier to view the screen outside. Unfortunately, the iPhone does not have that capability. According to sources, the iPhone 16 Pro versions employ M14 OLED panels, the newest generation of OLED, which are more efficient and have longer-lasting individual pixels. Samsung's S24 Ultra is said to feature M13 OLED. These specifications are a little more detailed and haven't been officially announced, so take them with a grain of salt. Both of these hues look wonderful. The iPhone's new feature this year is the ability to reduce brightness to 1 nit, making it easier on the eyes at night, although this is catching up with Samsung rather than innovative. The iPhone's front is protected by a new type of ceramic shield front glass, which has shown to be very shatter-resistant. Samsung's flagship has a distinctive Corning Gorilla Armor, which is a high-quality glass with an amazing anti-glare coating that not only protects the screen, but also significantly enhances viewing experience. The iPhone 16 Pro Max has an Apple A18 Pro processor. Built on TSMC's second generation 3nm technology, it is cutting edge, and at the time of debut, the first phone to employ that process. Apple's earlier A17 Pro CPU was strong, but it needed to throttle after just a few minutes of activity. And the A18 Pro seems to solve this with a redesigned heat dissipation system and increased efficiency. The Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 within the Galaxy S24 Ultra is likewise a top performance, capable of competing with Apple Silicon, especially when it takes a little more force to make it throttle. The competition these days is for the greatest AI performance, so we'll be eager to see how these two processors rank in AI tasks over the next several weeks. The iPhone 16 Pro Max also gets Wi-Fi 7, which is set to allow for 4x faster internet rates than the previous Wi-Fi 6E. The Galaxy S24 Ultra already supports Wi-Fi 7. When it comes to software, we have two established operating systems here, Apple iOS and Samsung's One UI. Nowadays, the struggle is mostly about AI rather than power user capabilities. Galaxy AI is currently available, and its functions include article and voice recording summaries, live translations, and generative picture modification, which are rather hit and miss. Apple, on the other hand, provides assistance with rewriting and rephrasing messages and removing things with tools such as cleanup in the Photos app, ChatGPT integration, and an all-new non-dumb Siri. Hooray! The iPhone 15 Pro Max was released last year featuring a new 5x zoom lens over a 12-megapixel sensor, as well as the 48-megapixels primary camera sensor from the iPhone 14 Pro. This year, Apple is updating the 16 Pro Max's ultra-wide camera to a 48-megapixel sensor. Furthermore, Apple has developed a new lens coating to combat lens flare, which has become something of a cliché over the last 4 years. Particularly night images are often studded with little flares of light caught and bouncing between the phone's multi-layer lenses. We have yet to do additional in-depth testing. The Galaxy S24 Ultra has a 200MP primary camera with the ISOCELL HP2SX sensor. The sensor contains 0.7 micrometer pixels and combines them in clusters of 16 by default. It performs brilliantly in all comparisons and maintained the top rank in our camera benchmark for a time after debut, but it has recently been dethroned by the Xiaomi 14 Ultra, which has a huge camera. Furthermore, the S24 Ultra has a 50 megapixels 5x zoom camera, a 10 megapixels 3x zoom camera, and a 12 megapixels ultra-wide camera. Yes, you read it correctly. Samsung features two zoom cameras, one for portraits and the other for its space zoom function, up to 100x. And once again, we should emphasize the iPhone's handy new camera control, which makes capturing images and films somewhat simpler. Of course, iPhones have a minor edge with photographic styles. You can customize how your iPhone camera processes photographs. The new iPhone 16 Pro series offers additional possibilities, including the ability to go deeper with specific color saturations. The 16 Pro Max's main selling point is its 4K at 120 slow-motion video resolution. This is high-quality detailed video that we've only seen on one phone, the camera-focused Sony Xperia 1 series. And it's a feature that professionals will appreciate. The Galaxy does not support this. Another excellent feature is 4 studio-quality microphones on the 16 Pro Max, which should result in clearer voices and overall audio in your movie. And a new audio mix edit will let you to pick from a variety of mastering options for your footage, which is incredible. As for the audio quality and haptics, iPhones sound excellent, particularly those with more area for the sound to bounce around. Those are the Plus and Pro Max versions. Apple has teased sharper highs and deeper bass, so we're interested to see what's new here. Samsung has also increased its audio game in recent years, particularly after acquiring audio specialist JBL. The S24 Ultra features a little higher mid-range and lower deep bass than the current generation of iPhones. It isn't an awful sound, just unusual. In terms of haptics, the iPhone Taptic Engine has been fantastic from its beginnings. Each interface interaction results in precise and appealing clicks. But Android has almost caught up, and Samsung's vibration is almost as excellent. Battery life and charging the iPhone 16 Pro Max has the greatest battery life of any iPhone, which is amazing given how long prior phones lasted. The Galaxy we know has a 5000 mAh battery. But in this reality, it's not just about the capacity, it's about how you use it. iOS is incredibly adept at saving battery life and terminating app processes that do not need to be running. Many individuals already use their iPhone 15 Pro Max for 2 days. The Galaxy S24 Ultra, although having a larger tank, pushes you closer to the charger. But let us not get ahead of ourselves. We will do rigorous in-house battery testing, and the findings will be available online very shortly. Apple continues to use depressingly sluggish 20-watt wired charging rates on the 16 Pro Max. The Galaxy charges quicker with 45-watt support. However, MagSafe wireless charging is now considerably quicker on the 16 Pro Max, reaching rates of 25 watt. Yes, it's correct. Wireless charging is quicker than cable charging on this iPhone. So far, we haven't seen anything like this on any phone. This should give you a 50% charge in 30 minutes. However, the Galaxy, which offers 15-watt wireless charging, only receives around 33% in the same time frame. Just remember that you'll need the new MagSafe 25-watt charger and a power brick capable of delivering at least 30 watt of power. Apple has once again raised the bar with the iPhone 16 Pro Max, making improvements in the most basic areas. The features include a larger screen size, smaller bezels, a quicker CPU that now cools better, a new ultra-wide camera, 4K at 120 video recording, and new camera control. But the most important new feature may be the increased battery life. But don't overlook the Galaxy S24 Ultra, which has been a big success since its arrival in January. It offers a strong performance, a larger screen with S Pen compatibility, a more flexible zoom camera, and maybe AI capabilities that are ahead of Apple. It also offers unique capabilities like DeX, which are not available on an iPhone. If you're still not sure which one to choose, keep in mind that a new Galaxy S25 Ultra model is expected to debut in January 2025, which isn't too far away. And once you've made your selection, please let us know which phone you're receiving and what you like about it. What do you think about this competition between Samsung and Apple? Which phone are you more excited about? Let us know in the comments below. Then I will see you in my next video.